Good evening, it's a chilly Tuesday and you're tuned in to Primetime News. Thank you for joining us. I'm Salima Shumwaifeleni Masipa. Tonight's top story. In a powerful display of frustration, more than 300 pensioners from Katutura in Windhoek took to the streets today demanding urgent action from the city of Windhoek. Their primary demands include the cancellation of their municipal debts and the implementation of a prepaid water system. The pensioners marched peacefully through Independence Avenue, making their way to the City of Windhoek headquarters. We now bring you more updates on this developing story.
What we are seeking is a round-table discussion with our leaders. So these people, as they are here, they took a decision that it's better we hand over a petition to the mayor and councillors. Therefore, we are happy that the mayor is here to receive our petition, and the petition read as follows. The petition to the city of Windhoek for writing off of debts and introduction of prepaid electricity and water meter system.
Thank you for having that courage, because the mayor, the councillors, this office belongs to you. If you are not there, we are also not there. So we appreciate that. That is a peaceful, that is your right to come and demonstrate, demands certain things that you think this is your right to you, the councillors, the leaders that you have put there to represent you should look into. So, and more importantly, I'm so pleased to hear in your presentation that you said you are willing to come to the table and discuss the matter. Very good. So that we can see where we can meet each other.
Shifting our focus to health-related news, the Executive Director of the Ministry of Health and Social Services, Ben Nangombe, has confirmed a remarkable decrease in HIV prevalence among pregnant women in Namibia. This positive development signals progress in Namibia's ongoing efforts to combat the spread of HIV/AIDS. Let's delve deeper into the findings of this report for further insights.
The prevalence, which was as high as 22% in 2002, decreased to less than 14% by 2022. Nangombe said last week when he briefed the United States Global AIDS Coordinator, Ambassador John Kangasong, on the significant and positive impact of the U.S. President's emergency plan for AIDS relief. Nangombe added the coverage of antiretroviral therapy among HIV-positive pregnant and breastfeeding women has constantly remained above 98%. Moreover, the efforts have led to a remarkable achievement in viral load suppression, with approximately 90% of individuals achieving suppression. As a direct result of these advancements, the rate of mother-to-child transmission of HIV has substantially decreased. In 2010, the transmission rate stood at 13.72%, but by 2022, it had dropped to 4.14%. This reduction, Nangombe said, signifies an impressive 70% decline in the number of new infections resulting from mother-to-child transmission. Reporting for Primetime News, Ishmael Mukuvonda.
Earlier today, the Labour Commissioner facilitated a crucial stakeholder engagement meeting aimed at promoting constructive dialogue and fostering collaboration among key stakeholders in the labour sector. The meeting brought together representatives from workers' organisations, employers' associations, government agencies, and vital legal institutions. Let's listen in.
I encourage you to share your inside ideas and suggestions for innovation openly and honestly, as this will foster meaningful dialogue and enable us to identify practical solutions. Your involvement and support are vital in driving positive change and achieving the desired outcomes in our shared goal of a more efficient and an effective ADR system. With your effective participation and commitment, we can pave the way for a system that truly meets the needs of all stakeholders involved. I've been informed that the Office of the Labour Commissioner has arranged a comprehensive week-long training program for its administrative officers. These officers play a pivotal role as intermediates between the parties involved and arbitrators in order to ensure smooth communication and efficient handling of matters.
In a recent letter, Vincent Kanyetu, the Secretary General of the All People's Party, has demanded concrete evidence supporting the allegations that led to his suspension from the party. The All People Party leadership officially announced Kanyetu's suspension last Thursday. Effective as of June 19, 2023, Kanyetu's suspension is set to last for a duration of 30 working days. We now provide you with further updates and details on this report.
Responding in the letter seen by this agency, Kanyetu said the suspension letter he received from the party contains serious allegations, some of which carry criminal implications. Kanyetu said the information was critical in his preparation for the planned disciplinary hearing he is expected to appear at. Recent reports in the media headed that Kanyetu's suspension follows his alleged links to a Rundu-based pressure group called United Namibians Party. Meanwhile, Kanyetu is restricted from all functions, activities and events of the APP and is not allowed to access the party's members, resources or perform work for the party. Reporting for Primetime News, Chakonia Nehemia.
Stay tuned for the business segment. Welcome to Primetime Biz, your insight into business and economics. In today's segment, Deputy Minister of Information and Communication Technology, Emma Theophelis, presided over the official launch of the Namibia National Internet Universality Indicators RoamX assessment. The primary objective of the RoamX assessment is to formulate policy recommendations and implement practical initiatives that will bolster Namibia's national internet ecosystem in the face of advancing information and communication technology. Here's more details and updates on this significant initiative.
According to Theophelis, this assessment framework was developed by the United Nations Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization and has been adopted by member states as an assessment tool for internet development at multiple levels. Theophelis added that this framework recognizes gender, disability, youth and artificial intelligence as a diverse intersectional issues that ought to be paid attention to in the selection, utilization and practice of technology. The Deputy Minister further added that ICT remains a key catalyst of development and is consequently reflected across various indicators and perforce areas, noting that 50% of Namibians have access to the internet.
Moving on to continental matters, in response to persistent inflationary pressures, the Central Bank of Kenya made a significant move on Monday by tightening the country's monetary policy. The central bank has raised the interest rate by 1%, aiming to address the sustained increase in inflation. Let's delve deeper into this report for further insights and analysis on the implications of this decision.
Kamau Thuje, the Central Bank of Kenya governor and the chairman of the Monetary Policy Committee, said the bank had increased the rate from 9.5% to 10.5% to anchor inflation expectations. He said the committee will monitor the impact of the policy measures as well as the developments in the global and domestic economy and stands ready to take further necessary action. Kenya's overall inflation increased to 8% in May from 7.9% in April, driven by fuel, food and non-food items. He noted that the global economic outlook remains uncertain, reflecting continued concerns about financial sector sustainability in the advanced economies, continued geopolitical tensions due to the Russia-Ukraine conflict, and the pace of the monetary policy tightening in developed countries. In tightening the monetary policy, Kenya is following in the footsteps of the advanced economies that are trying to contain inflation, according to the Apex Bank. Reporting for Primetime News, George Hendricks.
Stay ahead of the weather with tomorrow's nationwide forecast. Welcome to Sport Planet, your go-to destination for all the latest sporting action. In a remarkable display of support for young athletes, the #BeFreeBallers organized a dynamic seven-a-side hybrid football tournament on Saturday at the Ella Du Plessis High School Sports Stadium. Addressing the gathering, Deputy Minister of Sports, Youth and National Service, Emma Kantema Gomas, emphasized that parents' efforts to keep their children at home and away from drugs should not be seen as punishment. Furthermore, Dr. David Mvula, a specialist obstetrician and gynecologist from Lady Pohamba Private Hospital, delivered a compelling speech shedding light on the risks associated with drug usage. He specifically urged the young generation to steer clear of smoking hookah pipes and marijuana. On to swimming. The highly anticipated SADC Naval Pentathlon 2023 Games, hosted by the Namibian Navy, commenced on Monday at the Pitcher Square location of Walvis Bay in the Erongo region. The event brings together participants from Namibia, Botswana and South Africa who will compete in various challenging disciplines including obstacle crossing, utility swimming, life-saving swimming, seamanship and amphibious cross-country. Tanzania will also be present as an observer, enriching the spirit of camaraderie. During the official opening ceremony, Namibian Navy Commander Rear Admiral Alwendo Amugulu delivered a speech emphasizing the significance of the Games in strengthening the bonds and further solidifying the cordial relations between the defense forces of the participating countries. Your Sports Roundup is up next. And with that, we conclude tonight's broadcast. We extend our sincere gratitude for tuning in and being part of our viewership. Please join us again tomorrow as we continue to provide you with the latest updates on both local and international events. On behalf of myself, Salima Shumwefeleni Masipa, and the dedicated creative team working tirelessly behind the scenes, we bid you a restful and cozy good night.